Jack Black giving us one of his most obnoxious performances ever, Jason Momoa giving us one of his funniest performances ever, and CGI. Oh, the CGI as far as the eye can see. Look, I've never played Minecraft. I grew up in the 90s. I played plenty of video games with very bad graphics. Why would I, as an adult in modern time with better graphics and better technology, choose to play a game that looks so crummy on purpose? I'm not the target audience of this movie. I'm not a kid and I'm not a fan of the games, but I do have eyes and I do have a brain, and so let's talk about a Minecraft movie. It goes without saying that this movie is going to resonate best with kids who are fans of the games. But since kids can't drive themselves to the movie theaters, nor usually pay for their own movie tickets, it's gonna come down to us adults to make this movie have any chance of success. We're the ones that are gonna sacrifice our time and take the kids to see this movie. So it is fair for me to judge this movie as an adult because adults are the ones that are going to be sitting through it. So is this movie gonna entertain you? Are you going to have a fun time with your kids, or is this going to feel like an hour and 45 minutes of pure torture? Let me start out by going straight to the good. Jason Momoa really did a great job in this film. I, like you guys, saw him in the commercial. I saw his crazy ass outfit and I was like, what's going on here? This looks pretty ridiculous. But he ended up being one of my favorite characters in the movie. In fact, he might be my favorite character in the movie. He's a pretty solid actor. Not an amazing actor, but entertaining, and he did a great job selling an adult who used to be a big deal in the 80s and 90s, somebody who was a big time arcade gamer, was probably pretty popular among the people at the arcade, but he's now an adult and people don't care about the arcade, and he really does a solid job selling what it's like to be that former popular person trying to live at a time where you're no longer popular. I kind of connected to his character. All right, not really, but he did a fine job. Now on to the bad. Jack Black. Pretty much every scene he was in was not entertaining to me. I am a child of the 90s and 2000s, okay? And I used to love me some Jack Black. I have seen a lot of Jack Black movies. He was definitely a big part of my childhood growing up, but nowadays it seems more like he is doing a Jack Black impersonation, and it's just coming off as over the top, ridiculous, and just so hard to take serious. This is not my Jack Black, that's for sure. I can see why he was picked for this movie though. I think his personality, over the topness, and humor is going to land well with younger people, but I found his character to be just so damn annoying. I was rolling my eyes every time he was trying to be kid funny. It just felt like he was trying to be kid funny. It just didn't work out, and it made a movie that was already pretty silly seem even sillier than it really needed to be.
This place makes no sense.
Don't I know?
Danielle Brooks. One of the biggest questions I had when I saw her in this movie and I saw her performance is, who did she screw over and who does she owe a favor to? Because she must have been in this movie as a favor to somebody. She felt out of place and she seemed like she just didn't really want to be there. She's not an unfunny actress by any means. She did pretty solid work in that Peacemaker show, which was filled with James Gunn style over the top humor. It's not too different than the humor that's in this movie, but here it just felt like she didn't want to be here. I can't put my finger on it. I can't figure out why. I just got the vibe that this was nothing more than a paycheck for this woman. Now, as far as all the CGI, I guess it was a given that this movie was going to always feature lots of CGI. But can you imagine how much better it would have been if this movie wasn't stacked to the brim with CGI? If they put their time and effort into building honest to goodness sets like they used to do back in the day, it would have felt way more authentic. It would have been a more fun experience for the actors when they were making this movie, and it would have made the movie just land a bit better. It for sure would have taken a lot longer to make the movie, but it would have felt way more authentic. Instead, this movie comes across as an over-the-top cash grab that they're trying to make as fast as possible, get it into the cinemas as quickly as possible, and they thought we would all be fine with it because of Jack Black.
I am Steve.
But this impression of Jack Black mixed with this crazy over-the-top CGI and all these extremely childish jokes, it came off as a big exercise in patience. Your kids are probably going to like this movie. It has all the makings of a successful kids movie. It's got the humor, it's got all the lore, and that's one thing I will say is good. I mean, I won't say that I have played the Minecraft games, but I do have nieces and nephews, so I'm aware of a lot of what's going on in the game. So when they started revealing certain things, I just thought, okay, kids are going to appreciate this because it does seem like they did put an honest amount of effort into addressing the stuff that makes the game what it is. It felt like there's a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of references, and you can tell that the people who made this movie, they really have either played the games, I'm assuming they did play the games, but they also might possibly even be really fans of the games. There is a lot of love that is put into trying to make this movie feel as authentic to the games as you really can. But unfortunately, it all gets lost in a ridiculous movie that has a ton of CGI, an over-the-top, more annoying than ever Jack Black, and just feels like a live-action Looney Tunes, only without the nostalgia, without the fun. As I said, kids are gonna like this movie, but adults, you're gonna wanna hit that flask. You're gonna wanna bring the flask with you, take that edible before you get to the theater, at least an hour before, and then you might enjoy this movie a bit more. That's my thoughts on this movie. What did you guys think of it? If you saw it, please put your thoughts on it in the comments and let me know. And if you liked this video, go ahead and hit the like button to let me know you liked it. And if you want to hear more opinions from me, subscribe to this channel. Later.